Nice. Yes. Good. Good.
DJ Longhair here in the house. What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? Hello, Prime. Hello, Inger.
What up? What up?
How you guys doing?
Pretty good. Just chilling, man.
Oh, yeah. Duel, you want to jump on, or are you busy? Let me know. Anyways, I can't believe I'm up. I was like, oh, maybe we'll get the rest of the spoilers, and I realized that they're spoiling just one. Oh, Oh, well. At least we can BS about some singles before the show. Got everything kind of queued up. Hey, we got Dual Brain in the house. K-Torque, what's up, bro? What's up, bro? Baghead and Louder. How you doing, man? So I've been creeping on some of your videos. I got to check out some more, bro. Mrs. MTG Hillbilly, how you doing, girl? Always a pleasure to have you hang out. Yeah. Oh, baby burping. Oh, yeah, baby. Pastime, baby. All right, Dark Raven, how you doing, girl? That's our dice bag Gail. She's awesome. Go check out her merch and her wares. Go ahead and post that link up in the description, or excuse me, it's in the description, the link to my merch. But do check out her other merch too. She'll post the link here in a little bit. So we're gonna BS some singles until the show starts. So it's kind of confusing because it usually, huh? What?
I didn't say anything.
Oh. Okay. It's confusing because normally when you have a commander and also the regular base set, no, they've combined it all. So if you look at the commander cards, they are the same. So it's kind of hard to judge what we're missing from the set, because last I checked there was like 5 slots available, right, Inger? Or are you on it or not so much?
I'm on it on the Mythic spoiler, and as of right now, it's 230 over 233. But I mean, if you look at the lands, there's like 0 rare lands, like nothing.
Yeah, there's like none.
Nothing.
It's really weird. I mean, people are anticipating, oh, maybe, they're not going to do fetches. But there's like no rare land cycle. I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna run through here real quick. I don't see anything for lands. And then also there's a few artifacts, so it can't go wrong there. It's funny, I looking at this Idol Oblivion, I just found it in my stash as I'm cleaning stuff up. I was like, oh, I actually have that card. Weird. No lands. Couple artifacts here and there, but I'm not seeing there. Okay, Reliquary Tower. Yeah. Artifacts. Is it just me, or am I not seeing any freaking land?
There's no land, bro. It's like Rogue Passage and Reliquary Tower. That is it.
Oh, okay. So these are back from freaking the Jumpstart stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, really? That's your land cycle?
Yeah, Thriving Isle and those ones. Yeah, those ones. Those are in the packs.
Yeah.
But those are what? Those are commons, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're commons, bro.
Yeah, they're not even uncommon. What the hell? What are they doing? Where are my rare lands?
Yeah. Okay. There you go. Rogue's Passage. All right. We had Reliquary Tower earlier.
Yeah.
But that's still uncommon, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's just uncommon.
Path of Ancestry. Okay, so we should have Opal Palace too, right? There's of course Command Tower. That's it, dude. What the hell? Right.
I don't think they're gonna do Crypt anymore, Ed. Not this set. I think we're 2 balls deep into it to get that spoiler. Why would they not lead with that?
I mean, yeah, because usually it'd be like bulk starting right now, right? And
right, like I figure, that shit. I don't know. Even looking at the price, I looked at the price earlier today. It's still sitting where it was last week, and everything else has dropped a couple bucks.
Yeah. Let's see. Of the 4 decks, this is the one I was least interested in. but still curious to what he could throw into a track set. Yeah, same. I thought they were gonna reveal more, and like I was just like, oh, dude, I'm gonna be on it, be like one of the cool kids in the morning, cover the stuff live. But then I'm like, oh, it's just Guff. Well, we're gonna see if Guff is tough enough. Hi.
Tough enough.
Tough enough. Yeah. Let's see. He was hoping for Valakut and Amira, but no luck. Yeah. It's interesting though, you know. Okay, so you guys have probably seen the slivers. It was spoiled. What was it? 2 or 3 days ago.
Yesterday.
That power couple.
Yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was yesterday.
I don't know, man. The days have been running together.
Same. That's why I was confused.
Oh yeah,
like,
same.
Wait, what?
Yeah. What day is it, man?
This new shift I'm working is not fun.
Yeah, I know. Well, I haven't seen this Titan yet. So this is probably what in the slivers deck?
That is in the slivers deck.
Yeah, okay. 4-drop 2/2, really expensive for blue, but a 6/6 Titan. Oh no, it's not Titan, excuse me, illusion.
It cares about making more slivers and tokens and stuff. So like,
oh, I see.
I looked at it and I was like, okay, I see what they're doing with it. I don't like the biologist girl. I don't like that card.
Oh yeah, let's have a look at it.
One of the alt commanders.
Yeah, the 5 color.
Yeah.
Well, she has proven the you know, that comment, you know, is that a sliver in your pocket? You're just happy to see me. And then she throws both hands up and it pops out of her pocket and says both. That was a reach, but yeah, okay, what's there's battlefield, choose creature, obviously slivers. It's dumb. It's like choose a creature type. You're like, and then it says slivers. Well, like, okay.
Duh.
You control non-token creatures you control. This stage has a type. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature spells you own that aren't on the battlefield.
So it's Maskwood Nexus on a stick, dude.
Oh, okay.
Whoopty shit. Just play Maskwood Nexus, right? Compared to my sliver deck, it's okay, but my sliver deck's so fucking overpowered that I would rather just run that. But
oh yeah,
I'm kind of confused, guys and girls. So basically, you choose a different type, and it's still a sliver and whatever type you choose, right? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, but you want it. That's what I don't like about it, because it doesn't make sense, because you want it to be slivers if it's in the sliver deck. It's just kind of dumb. So like, better cards out in the world, you know, I would totally swap that out. I'd put like a Door of Destinies or something in there.
Yeah.
Or
it's just weird.
Just something. Kindred Discovery would give you card draw anytime you played a sliver spell. Reflections of Littjara, same thing.
Yeah.
There's so many better cards than that thing that are enchantments or artifacts.
Yeah, but the new slivers are strong. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Zombie? I'll play a clip in a minute. What's going on, brother? You can jump in if you want, man. We're gonna be BSing and watching this thing live. I guess they're just gonna be covering one deck. I thought they would be covering more, but I don't know. Maybe they'll surprise us. You know, they could do one video, right? The very last thing they held out towards the end, and you know, slowly creep in, like you know, your cards slowly creep in.
Oh yeah,
and
they'll
then
reveal the fetch lands,
reveal it, and slam it down, and then you know, Gavin and whoever can just you know yell top of their lungs, Mana Crypt mofos, you know that dude.
Or Chromox.
That's all they have to do for the whole video. I think that'd be great.
I like the green card though. I like the green card on that deck, the sliver one. 40 ancestors. Yeah, that card's insane, man. With flashback.
That card's, this one here to
that's crazy, man. In any tribal deck.
Okay, I haven't
one green.
Ooh,
that card's good, man. For elves,
number of cards a chosen type.
Yeah, top 6, and you draw all of it if all of them are you know.
Oh, interesting.
I might you know buy one of those.
That's tempting.
3 mana instant.
Okay.
It's just something.
What about this blue one? Any good? Oh, okay. Blue goads. Got it. I expect that with red, but okay. Regal sliver. These are the new slivers. When creature enters the battlefield, slivers you control get +1/+1 until the end of turn. If you're the monarch, otherwise you become the monarch. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, black Lazatep. Oh, that's dope. It looks like the zombies from Amonkhet and Word of Spark. Have afflict too. Okay. So if they block, they lose 2 life. That's per creature, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. And a mass slivers too. Yeah, there's a sliver token. It's pretty dope, actually. I was like, okay. Hatchery sliver. Replicate. Oh, so it's got a kicker, and you can put multiples of these in? That's interesting. Each sliver spell you cast has replicate. Oh boy. The replicate cost is equal to its mana cost. All right. Very intriguing.
Damn, I'm just looking at the lands right now, man. What could have because the thing is, if Double Masters 2022 has City of Brass, they might just like kind of like go with that. You know, I know it's not gonna be like because like if this is like good for drafting, I don't think they're gonna put fetch lands there. So maybe, you know, maybe Mana Confluence, you know, kind of like the opposite of the Double Masters 2022. Maybe Phyrexian Tower, or you know, it's something like that. They have to put something like Ancient Ziggurat or something, because it's like there's slivers. I don't know, man.
Hey, Johto says she's just a flavor win since she's on a few flavor text. Oh, okay. There you go, Prime. That's why. All right. Weird. You think she had more sliver stuffs? Michael Superbacker, what's up, man? Yeah, your short video finally came up today. It wasn't great hits, but put a lot of work into it for you. Johnny, what's up, man? Commander Master should have had the quad land cycle. Oh, yeah. I mean, because that would fit 4.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
I say Nixos. Nixos, Mana
Nothing will
Confluence.
see this set. Yeah. Huh. All right. So I kind of like I was doing a ton of stuff this morning. Up till crashing for an hour or two, and then just getting up now. I was looking at this card here. It's very All right. So it's a 4-drop enchantment. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat player damage to a player, you may sacrifice one of them. If you do, build cards at the top of your library until you reveal a creature card that shares a creature type with that with the sacrificed creature. Put that card into the battlefield and the rest of the bottom of your library in random order. This is gonna be so dope in Dragons. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Elves. You typically don't run red with elves, but you know, anything tribal, bro.
Maybe Beast.
Oh, vampires.
Red green
bro.
Beast. Yeah, vampires. Beast,
Yeah.
red green Beast.
Okay, yeah, Gruul. All right. I was thinking Rakdos vamps. Anything you could think of, Prime, or are you with a customer?
No, my shit was cutting out, so I'll be back in a few.
All right, no worries, brother. Adam Hamlin.
If you can hear me.
Yes, I heard you. What'd you say, fool? Just kidding.
Okay, yeah. No, I gotta blip out for a few. I'll be back.
All right, brother. We'll see you in a bit. So this one's interesting. No anger. I mean, would you use this card, or just kind of it's interesting? That's it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it can definitely combo out. Like, I mean, sacrifice the creature and then you flip through whatever big cards, like a better payoff. You know, it could also be like, I don't know. It's like I'm thinking of like a combo in my head. Maybe there's only one other creature in your deck, and I don't know, you flip the whole thing. But yeah, definitely for 4 mana, 1 red, you can definitely slot this into like any deck. Honestly, like you said, I could put this in Edgar Vampire. You know.
Yeah, that's just thinking too. Is because like vamps. I mean, you know, I'm just thinking within my own color pie. I mean, feel free to throw out some suggestions in chat, or if you guys are watching later. I got it. I keep forgetting to do YouTube stuffs, man. You know, getting people engagement later after the fact, and you know, obviously during. But man, so that's just an interesting card. That will be in the Slivers deck. So
for sure,
I might. I don't think it's going to be a huge card, but I might pick up a couple later. You know, get some singles of it.
A lot of people were upset though.
Sliver. What's up?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like a lot of people were upset on the deck, especially on the land.
Well, the land base isn't.
Yeah. I think all the slivers were. I don't know. I think it's besides the lands. I think it like everything has everything. Muscle sliver, mana whiff, all the important slivers were there.
That's what I should do. I don't know if you're quicker at it. I'll see if I can pull it up. We can pull up the slivers deck. We still got what about 14 minutes before the big reveal of is Guff tough enough?
Sliver Hive got
Sliver Hive. I was like, oh,
$50.
We knew one of them was going to make it.
Oh man, it's like $50. Last time I checked, it was like $40-$50 now.
Oh, it should drop, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Everyone's going to be buying the slivers deck for sure. At least that's one of the main ones that everyone wants.
They could actually print that in as one of the rare lands. I don't know. Maybe Mutavault. Mutavault tribal land. Even Mutavault though, they could have included Mutavault at least.
The lands were just your bulk commander lands. You're just like, oh, this has all the colors, so let's put all the bulk in. Yay.
Yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. I'm just pulling up the list.
On the sliver.
Yeah. EDH. No. Help if I spelled right. Come on. Okay, Commander Masters. Full Swarm, no.
Oh, that's an interesting comment right there by Johnny. Sacking changelings could be fun with it. That enchantment a while ago. That's a good one.
Oh, yeah. There you go, changelings. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Not bad.
Okay. He's hoping for a Daria card. All right. Well, I guess we'll find out here in about 12 minutes. I was trying to pull up this dang list because I literally had a tab open for it. And then I was mashing buttons and just gone. Okay. So they're slowly putting the decks up here. So all they have up right now is the Sliver Swarm deck on the main site. So let me swap over there. How's everyone doing this morning? I'm still waking up. All right, stop, share. Okay, so they'll be updating this. Of course, they had the deck reveal recently. Okie dokie. Yeah, the land cycle is just a joke. I mean, the same stuff they put in everything. So you have these fetchies, farmland, cycling. Okay, more so some cycling lands.
Yeah,
Sunken Hollow. So all the basic ones that you can fetch.
They could have put the filter lands at least, right? You know those filter
Oh,
lands?
hey, they have the cheap fetchies in here.
Fetch lands, yeah.
Yeah, that's the one where you comes and play tap. Next turn you can sack it. All
Yep.
right, there's the Frontier, Grasslands, Jungle Shrine. Yeah, just all the generic
lands.
Yeah. With your slow ass fetches. Nice. Okay. And they're still not revealing these, but we saw those. But anyway, the different fetches is cool. Not fetches, excuse me. Yeah.
I think how they did this deck is like they put all the important slivers, and then everything else, like you have to buy it. So now they want you to upgrade this deck. That's the whole point of this decks, man. It's crazy.
Well, it's been that way.
Yeah, but the thing is, they left a lot of the expensive ones, so now those cards will go up even more, like the Sliver Hive.
Yeah. Well, of course, the Queen should go up.
Yeah.
But the first Sliver, and we have the Hive Lord in here. Yeah.
There's no Sliver Overlord.
Or Overlord, yeah.
Yeah, there's so much, man. But
I get a horn, yay. Pillar of Origins. Well, there do have a Vanquisher's banner in there though. That's not bad.
Yeah,
What was it, like 10-15 before? So,
yeah, I think it isn't that
Mirage
got reprinted in the Warhammer, right? I think.
Yeah, good point. They say you should have thrown in a Amulet of Vigor because they have all the 5 color tap lands.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, we got about 8 minutes before they start. So let me gap screen and look some more at these. At some. There we go. Back there. So this set would have been amazing if it was just like a normal master set and at least $100-$200 less. It would be just amazing. But I don't know, man. So we're gonna get some etches of those commanders, the front-facing commanders from I forget what year, but you know what I'm talking about. From some of the older commander decks. There's Verlies, there's Obnix, Rafika the Mini.
Nahiri, I think.
Again, huh?
Nahiri, the white one, yeah.
I was really interested to see just Perforos, none of the other gods. Oh no, we have Heliod, right? But that was it. Just him and Perforos, or did I miss it?
The Heliod, the white one.
Yeah. Brave Crack hasn't got a reprint in forever, so that's pretty cool. And the meme right there.
The meme.
It's such the meme, bro. They can't stop until they have 20 different variants of him.
Yeah. That's like a bulk.
Where's our Savage Vent Maul, dude? What the hell? Oh man. All right, we've got about 6 minutes.
I think the set's fine, man. There's a lot of players looking for these cards, and it's going to be like available for them. So, yeah, I think it's decent. We're just waiting for the lands, though.
Yeah,
I think if I would predict it, like I said, if Double Masters 2022 has City of Brass, hopefully, they have like Mana Confluence or Nykthos. lands like that.
I suppose they can redo Reflection Pool yet again.
I hope not. Like Urborg, probably. Cabal Coppers again. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
Those kind of, at least something. Something. But hey, who knows, man? Fetch lands. Who knows?
City of what?
Fetch lands. Fetch lands. Who knows? We'll see.
Yeah, no, I'm highly curious. They got to drop something on us besides the Guff deck. You would think.
Yeah.
All right. I'm glad. I mean, here's Crater again, deflecting swap. We knew that. What's up with Sun Quan? Lord of Woo. Woo.
Yeah, all those Portal Tree Kingdom cards.
Yeah, but there you go. Creatures you have horsemanship. So there you go. All the knights choice. Get a Lotus again. It brings to our wallet a decree of pain. Oh, Vindictive Lich. That's actually one I don't have, so that's kind of cool, I guess. Blood Chief Extension 2. When was that? What sets are those out of?
Zendikar. I think Zendikar. The OG Zendikar.
Oh, okay.
All the Ascensions.
Gotcha.
That's a big card, though.
I know my friend Haley was like, I need this for Nekazar. So I was like, okay. Well, now it'll be cheaper, so that's cool.
I think some of those cards will drop, but eventually they'll go creep back up, though, because a lot of players will like buy up a lot of copies of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Joto says that he's after San Juan back when he was $30, so definitely picking up one now. Yeah, it should up to 15 at least. I don't know. But I'm kind of stoked about this card. I knew I needed it, but I just wasn't sure what it did.
Yeah.
And this art's kind of aight.
Fetch lands on the list slot.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's yes.
Watch, they put the MTG 30 on the list slot. They put Black Lotus as the list. Watch, watch, bro.
If they did that though, because that would be on an official back, so that would violate, would it not? Even though it would be super rare.
Probably. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense if Fetches made the list, and then that's why they're jacking up the price. But even then, I don't see it. All right, we got about 2 minutes. I'm just waiting for Twitch. Oh, it is live. Okay. Where is it? Live. Okay. Yep. It is up. So let me stop screen here. Stop. Well, thanks, Sanger, for joining me today.
Oh yeah, man. Got
it is live. There's no music. Yeah, you can see his hand moving. All right, for everyone tuning in, we were just kind of perusing the spoilers real quick. So today they should be announcing the Commander Guff Deck. So it'll be interesting to see what those 10 cards are. Still have yet to see Eldrazi and the Enchantment Deck. So that's what we're waiting for. They're almost done, and we're still speculating on the last 5-10 cards. Is that right?
Who knows? Probably more. It could be past more than the number in Mythic Spoiler, because they included the Commander cards there. So I don't know. We'll see. But I'm locked in though. I got my boxes.
Oh, you did? What'd you get?
Ready for a pickup. Just Commander. Just collector boxes.
Oh yeah, okay. So you're
Collector
going
boxes.
like Rudy, where he's just getting commanders and nothing else.
Hello
Here we go.
and welcome to Weekly MTG.
Oh,
I'm
there
your
he
host,
is.
Blake Rasmussen. And today, we were going to have Corey Bowen on the show to talk about being a lead designer on some of the Commander decks. But we got someone so much better. Corey's fine. Corey did some good work. But we got Commodore Guff because it's his deck. And for all the work that Corey did, Commodore Guff, you just kind of rewrote it, right?
I just changed the whole deck to my own image.
Yeah. Before we get started, so we're going to talk about the Planeswalker Party deck headed by Commodore Guff. We are going to reveal some preview cards from the main set, that dual lands thing under there. And I got a little tiny bit of news.
Dual
Before
lands.
we get to that,
Okay.
I do want to address the elephant in the room, the thing that I know the internet chat will be talking about. What's up with my eye? I'm okay. It's a thing. I don't know, allergic reaction probably, but it's weird. And so I'm going to squint on my right side. I think you're over here. Mm-hmm. But anyway, moving on, let's talk about a little bit of news and then get into all of the previews. So on the news front, this morning, Arena had an update for Alchemy. We had a couple of updates. Crucius was changed from a 3/3 into a 3/1. Makes it a little easier to kill there. And then Fable of the Mirror Breaker was banned. So check out MTG Arena Alchemy for those changes. Otherwise, let's dive into these previews, Commodore. How you doing?
I'm doing great. Very magical. I've not really showed up in a long time.
It's been a bit. Yeah, It's been a hot minute since we've seen Commodore. So for those who don't know you, who are you? Why are you so special to get in charge of this deck?
I'm the great Commodore Guff. You know, I have a huge library. I rewrote the end of the Phyrexian Invasion that one time. Very powerful wizard, one of the 9 Titans. You heard it here first, maybe not first, but no, I'm a very powerful planeswalker. I've been in retirement for quite a long time, and I decided to become a game designer.
As you know, everyone's got to have a second career, a second act, from all-powerful planeswalker to a game designer. Why not?
Yeah. I love game design. It's cool.
All right. So before we get to your deck, we do have some cards from the main deck to show off, which are the Cycle of Dual Lands. Anyone who plays Commander, these are going to look familiar, and they are favorites. So let's see. Rejuvenating Spring, Spectator Seating, Training Center, Undergrowth Stadium, and Vault of Champions, all at rare, all with the enemy color dual land. So
that is
how important
nice,
was it to get these into this set?
Is it?
Oh, I think this was super important.
Yeah, it's good.
I'm a planeswalker, right? I go around the multiverse. I try to establish my ley lines to gain magical power and access to different colors of mana. And these are among my favorite ley line locations to establish.
Yeah, why not? They're great.
Not bad.
Especially because I have so many opponents.
Right? Always. You never see Commodore Guff with just one opponent. So, but
from
when you want to get fancy, you've got some special versions of these
Legends.
too, don't you?
Oh, I've got very special versions of these.
Oh, that's cool. The edge.
Here are the foil edge.
Cool.
Like these, the colors really pop on the border.
Yeah. I think we can go fancier.
I think we can go fancier. So we've got the borderless version with some wild art on all of these.
Now that's some Guff ley lines right there.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying, Justin.
That's
why I'm like, ooh.
Commodore Guff?
Oh, many times. I love a good show on Kylem. That's where the spectator seating and all these other places I think are. I've been so many places, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So these are going to be found in the main set of Commander Masters.
Oh, yeah.
But
so that's going to be our
lens. We're going to talk about today is your Planeswalker deck, Planeswalker Party. So first of all, let's throw your card up on the screen and take a look at that.
Oh, there's me. I'm so beautiful, so handsome.
So talk a little bit about your abilities and how they fit into what the deck is trying to do.
Yes. So I'm Commodore Guff, a great wizard, a powerful planeswalker of the 9 Titans, and I thought it'd be really cool to be to the head of a deck with all these planeswalkers and powerful other wizards, where of course I'm the strongest and most powerful and coolest and most handsome wizard of them all.
Of course.
So I do many things to benefit planeswalkers. The first thing I do, I'm spreading loyalty counters to my other planeswalkers. Every turn I get another loyalty. It's a small little token appreciation for following me, Commodore Guff, into battle. A little bit of loyalty so they can use the more powerful abilities a little more often. I also make little red wizard tokens, so when you're making a good planeswalker, especially for Commander, protecting yourself is quite important. So you want to be able to create a token that can maybe defend you from ne'er-do-wells, ne'er-do-wellers, I don't know, from ne'er-do-wells on the opposing teams. And our tokens here happen to be wizards, very on points, and we also create mana to cast other planeswalker spells. I'm Commodore Guff, and I want to be casting the coolest and most powerful and the most heavily costed planeswalker spells I could find. So being able to use my wizards to cast more planeswalkers and then make them strong with the loyalty is kind of my forte. My last ability here, I love drawing cards. I don't know if you love drawing cards or not.
I love drawing cards. All I like doing in a game of Magic.
Yeah, drawing cards is one of my favorite things to do. And I also love defeating my opponents. So my -3 here draws cards for every planeswalker I control, and it also deals damage to my opponents equal to planeswalkers I control. The strength here is mostly in this card draw. Keep my card flow.
Bruh, somebody starts talking like that at me, I'm walking away from the table.
And the damage here is bonus. Planeswalkers are historically a very dirtily deck. You have to wait a while, you have to play a lot of stuff, and you're drawing a lot of cards, but you're not progressing the game very effectively. So this is more like some collateral damage to help your planeswalker decks close. And we'll see some more of this kind of philosophy of cards that are going to help planeswalkers close the game in future cards as well.
All right.
Also, I'm a commander, obviously.
Obviously, you're in charge. Why wouldn't you be? It's your deck. It's your deck.
Oh, yeah.
Now, you do have a second in command, though, for this deck.
Oh, I love this little guy.
So this is Leori, Spark-Touched Hunter.
Yeah.
For a blue, a red, and a white, you get a legendary
Elemental Cat.
Elemental Cat. It's a 3/3, has flying, has vigilance, great stats. Whenever Leori, Spark-Touched Hunter, deals combat damage to a player, choose a planeswalker type.
Looks like a tiger and a dragon.
Whenever you
combined.
activate an ability of a planeswalker of that type, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. All right, what is this card trying to do?
Oh, yeah. Well, you know, I saw that Luca kid hanging out with one of these things.
Oh,
on Ikoria, and I just had to have one. So I brought Leori into my deck. So where Commodore Guff is the face commander, is more of this generalist planeswalker commander. Leori is trying to inspire you to build maybe a new deck, maybe not with Commodore Guff. This is one for the fans, one for the homies. So the idea here is that maybe you can take Leori and you can build all Gideons, or all Jaces, or all Chandras, or one of those new little punk teen planeswalkers running around. Not from my era. I'm Commodore
punk
Guff,
teen.
remember? And you can play Leori a little cheaper. You're playing into a deck that maybe has multiple of a single planeswalker type, and you're able to use those abilities again. So I think there's a lot of cool decks to be made with this guy. And I just think he's so cute. What do you think, Blake?
He's adorable. Chat's already excited about Chandra Tribal.
Oh, yeah. Chandra Tribal is one of my favorites. One of my favorite planeswalker types to build a deck full of is Chandra. So much fire, I love it.
And we're actually going to see a new Chandra later. Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Chandra,
but first, I want to talk about a card that speaks to a part of your life. Something you alluded to at the beginning. So let's start by taking a look at Guff Rewrites History. You look happy there?
I look like I'm having fun, Blake.
You do look like you're having fun. So for 2 and a red, it's an instant. For each player, choose target non-enchantment, non-land permanent that player controls. Those permanents' owners shuffle them into their libraries. Each player who controlled one of those permanents exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile a non-land card, then puts the rest on the bottom of their library in a random order. Each player may cast the non-land cards exiled without paying its mana. So in short, this is one of those chaotic transformation cards, and it hits everybody.
I love a good chaos warp.
I'm just
good chaos warp. Warping the whole table. In fact, you have to warp
chaos warp times 3
player at the table.
Yeah, basically. Chaos works the whole table except you.
Yeah. So what happened? When did you rewrite history?
Well, long ago.
Fucking lot going on there.
Invasion, sounds vaguely familiar now.
I feel like we've been there. Yeah,
we've been there. The Phyrexian invasion, and could you believe it? in my library, I had a book with the ending in it because I'm a cool, powerful wizard. These are the things I do. Could you believe the bad guys were winning? Boring. Who likes a story where the bad guys win? So I took a hand at writing, a little words here, little words there, and we won instead. How novel. I love winning.
Yeah,
So
that's how you write a story, all right.
So
Good
you
job.
just rewrote it.
Yeah.
You're just like, no, this didn't happen.
I rewrote it. I rewrite
That's the
everything.
club.
I rewrote that story.
Genius, rewrites genius.
Yeah. Where do you think
pretty
Corey
much.
Bowen
It's
is
like,
today?
hey, let's
I
make
have
this work.
no idea. We are actually wondering about that. We're kind of worried.
I rewrote the call sheet.
Okay, so talk more about this card. And for instance, why target non-enchantment?
Yes, well, actually, as Commodore Guff, I'm going to keep repeating this. I am a powerful wizard.
You're a very powerful wizard. Yes.
So I have a very strong knowledge of the color pie and the rules of color and mana. And we don't like it when Chaos Warps and the like are getting rid of enchantments. So we can't target enchantments. Enchantment removal is a red weakness. We don't want the strength of this to be to remove a bunch of enchantments. That being said, there's obviously a lot of other cool stuff going on here. It's an instance, which is quite strong for Chaos Warp. It's the same rate as
Triple
Chaos Warp,
boo.
but you just get to Chaos Warp every player.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit lands, so you can't turn 3, hit everyone's lands, and have a wacky time. You got to hit real things. Real things got to be rewritten, guys. I respect lands. I respect enchantments.
Your ley lines. You need the ley lines. You need the connections.
Yes. Yeah. I need wild research. The one other card I was on that likes enchantments and is an enchantment. So I respect enchantments. Let's say that's the reason. I do not like the color pie. Let's make that canon.
There you go.
Or whatever.
All right. Let's take a look at the next card. So this next card, I'm surprised you included it in the deck because these are some of those young whippersnappers that you were talking about that came after you. So this is the Gatewatch Beacon. So for 2 and a white, you get an artifact when Gatewatch Beacon enters the battlefield, or Gatewatch Beacon enters the battlefield with 3 loyalty counters on it. Weird, not a planeswalker. You can tap it to add white, and whenever a planeswalker enters the battlefield under your control, if Gatewatch Beacon has loyalty counters on it, you may move a loyalty counter from Gatewatch Beacon onto that planeswalker.
Yes, well, these are the younger whippersnappers, not of my era, but I do enjoy watching their escapades, Blake. As I said, I like stories where the good guys win. It's just my forte. And these guys, they do it in style, like that Chandra and Nissa taking out that big Eldrazi Titan in this storyline. That was cool. But this is a great mana rock for planeswalkers. There's not many bespoke mana rocks for
you can combo out with this one.
That does a great job.
Yeah,
adding additional loyalty.
Have it go for
really
days.
Cool to move a loyalty from this to a planeswalker.
You can keep bouncing,
proliferating another powerful mechanic for planeswalker decks.
Bouncing your planeswalkers
in Gatewatch Beacon to keep it going.
Interesting.
So it's very cool, very fun.
Do we see? And I'm getting a little ahead of us here, but do we see any proliferate in this deck?
There will be among some of the reprints. Commodore Guff loves a good proliferator too. So when I stole this deck away from Corey Bowen, the lead designer, and became the new lead designer, Commodore Guff, I certainly added a good dose of proliferate. I don't know what that buffoon was thinking. He didn't have an ounce of it.
We'll see some of that when we look at the full deck list. Next up, this is one of my favorite cards that you have put in the deck.
Oh yes,
because there's a bit of lore behind it. So you'll as the story master, you'll have to tell us a bit about the Onaki Oathkeeper. Who are the Onaki? What's going on here?
Oh, Onaki. They are an ancient tribe of ogres on Chandalar. And if you've heard the tales of Liliana, she has this chain veil, a powerful artifact that unlocks the potential of planeswalkers or something like that. Anyway, she got it from the tomb of the Onaki themselves. The Onaki ogres on Chandalar had this ancient artifact, and a lot of the lore past that is a little foggy. I don't remember, but this is a reference to their connection to the chain veil. So these guys are protectors of that tomb, and also protectors of maybe a planeswalker power, and their ability to here flex that. Do you want to read the card out?
I do. I should have done that. 1 and a white for a 0/4 ogre spirit. Creatures can't attack planeswalkers you control unless their controller pays 1 for each creature they control that's attacking a planeswalker you control. So it taxes all of your planeswalker attacks. And then 4 and 2 white, exile Onaki Oathkeeper from your graveyard. Return target planeswalker card from your graveyard.
Expensive for that, but all right.
Does it all. It's a great on turn 2 to protect your walkers, and it's great later on when your walkers have lost their protection.
Yep, absolutely. This one's going to be protecting. I love Ghostly Prison is one of my favorites.
Johnny.
Ghostly Prison, Propaganda, some of my favorite
you
spells.
You are a monster.
I am a monster. That's true. Not all of those things protect planeswalkers, though. So
when building this deck, I certainly felt that burn, Blake. That's why I made this card. To give us a little love, you know?
You got to have some. Speaking of planeswalkers to protect and the young whippersnappers, it looks like you brought us a new Teo.
Oh, I love Teo.
This one called Geometric Tactician. For 2 and a white, you get a legendary planeswalker Teo. 3 loyalty coming in. When Teo, Geometric Tactician, enters the battlefield, create a 0/4 white wall creature token with Defender and Flying. Very good at defending planeswalkers. +1, you and target opponent each draw a card, and then -2, choose left or right. Until your next turn, each player may attack only the nearest opponent in the last chosen direction and planeswalkers controlled by that opponent. What's going on here with Teo?
Oh, I'm just a big fan of this guy. You know, I was watching the War of the Spark happen. It's like reality television to me, by the way, what happens to these guys. And he's putting up these walls. He's helping people out. It's sweet. So Teo generally is a planeswalker. It's great to have planeswalkers in your planeswalkers deck, but this one's really oriented on controlling the flow of combat, creating a defensive wall, making some allies maybe to kind of coerce someone to not attack you, and then you can -2 to force someone to not attack you, depending on the flow of combat. So he's really doing it all. I actually think this card is a lot of fun to play, particularly with Commander Guff.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, next up, speaking of a lot of fun to play with, Teo is going to be a lot of fun with this next card, Spark Shaper Visionary. All the planeswalkers are, because I'm going to read it, and then we'll sum it up. 2 and a blue, creature, human wizard, 0/5. At the beginning of combat on your turn, choose any number of target planeswalkers you control. Should be a lot. Until end of turn, they become 3/3 blue bird creatures with flying, hexproof, and whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, scry 1. So you're turning planeswalkers into birds.
Oh, absolutely.
Instead of dragons from Sarkhan.
They should all be birds. I like it when that Sarkhan guy turns into a dragon, I'll be honest. I think that's a little cooler than birds.
Yeah.
I got to get back to work, guys.
All
right, brother.
All right, man.
Building a planeswalker, translate that into an aggressive force that helps end the game. So turning things into birds just felt very funny to do for one, but it also is can make your 5/4 planeswalkers whatever attack your opponents. You get some scrying, you get hexproof, so they're not really vulnerable to instant speed removal spells during their stint as a bird.
Yeah.
So a big fan of this card. Very wacky, very cool. And then you can scry 1 a ton before you minus whatever Guff and draw a bunch of cards. That's me.
That's you.
Yeah.
You're the one heading this deck. All right. Next up, so one of the cool things you did in this deck is
you turn into birds, but you can still do the loyalty. I guess that's cool.
Some of us know from back in the day, from some games. Some games
like
Magic the Gathering,
a game or two.
But a very specific game. We met this next character, Vronos, Masked Inquisitor. So never had a card before, but we've met this character. 3 blue legendary planeswalker, Vronos, 5 loyalty, +1 up to 2 other target planeswalkers you control phase out at the beginning of the next end step. -2 for each opponent. Return up to 1 target non-land permanent that player controls to its owner's hand. -7 target artifact you control becomes a 9/9 construct artifact creature and gains vigilance, indestructible, and this creature can't be blocked. Who is Vronos and what is going on here?
Vronos, what a mysterious history this character has. So this is a planeswalker who I remember their mask is actually made of Ethereum from Esper, the plane of, or the shard of Esper, I guess, on the plane of Alara. But this is one of the unfortunate victims of our friend Garrick when he was under a mad curse due to Liliana's doing. Maybe she shouldn't have gotten that chain veil in the first place. But it all worked out, I guess. Garrick's all good. But Vronos
not so good.
No, he's dead. He's pretty dead. He died at the end of that video game.
Yep.
that we play. And he's got a cool suite of abilities. There's actually a little designing Vronos, a planeswalker whose identity is that they have a mask from Esper and they have been hunted. Kind of tricky. His +1 here.
Yeah, masked gentleman. Welcome to the channel. Make sure you like
or helping people run away from Garrett. He's phasing out planeswalkers, so you can activate your planeswalkers and then phase them out, making them unattackable.
He does look like he could be in the Spider-Verse.
Until your next turn. Beginning of the next turn. Yes. And then
looks cool, yeah.
Yeah, so you can
that's all I know.
So you can do it in any order you want. That's right. You can +1 to phase target some planeswalkers. You can activate those planeswalkers even more if you wanted to, depending on if you have the Leori or the Chain Veil or different effects. You might want to order them differently. But they'll phase out and they will be unattackable until your next untap step, which is great protection.
Which planeswalkers are often pretty vulnerable in multiplayer games.
They're very vulnerable. Attacking is a big deal, and when you have 3 opponents worth of creatures to attack you need some defense. His -2 is some even more defense. Let's say
5 mana though.
It's pretty efficient to get rid of 3 things and still have a planeswalker standing on the board.
It seems fun though. You're running blue.
When your permanents are taking up value of return, a very tempo-oriented
ability.
ability.
Can you imagine this with Saheeli and
his -7 is a
what was the other?
to his Artificing magic
from Word of Spark.
as implied by the Ethereum Mask. So it is also
Which
something
one?
that, as I said before, will contribute towards ending the game. You get Vronos' ultimate.
Thank you, Richie Dubs. Yeah, I know.
Creature,
I'm trying not to sparkle on screen.
A very powerful attacker, and that'll be able to pierce through your opponents and hopefully fell them quite quickly, so you can run away from Garrick this time.
Thank you, Richie.
All right. This time.
Still
too late for Vronos.
Well, we'll see if I could rewrite the history a little bit.
All right. Let's move on to a planeswalker who's still alive. And still a planeswalker. Chandra. Legacy of Fire. So
all right, save the single for me, Anger.
With some beautiful artwork.
Save the single for me.
Legendary planeswalker.
This one?
Out of one of your decks.
3 loyalty. At the beginning of your end step, Chandra Legacy of Fire deals X damage to each opponent, where X is the number of planeswalkers you control. +1, add red for each planeswalker you control. And 0, remove a loyalty counter from each of any number of permanents you control. Exile that many cards from the top of your library. You may play them this turn.
That's Chandra. We talked about doing a full Chandra's deck earlier. We thought it'd be great to make another Chandra that would really cater towards that gameplay style. So if you have some Chandra
interesting ability
with 1 billion Chandras or whatever, and then this is a perfect fit.
Sweet and
you can
super friends.
make mana. You can keep dealing damage. Your mana is great because you can cast more Chandras.
Right.
You can remove a bunch of loyalty to draw more cards if you're missing them. You can even look at this. You can remove a loyalty counter from the Gatewatch beacon, the mana rock from earlier, if you wanted to get an extra card available this turn. She really does it all, Blake.
She really does.
And look, there's some friends in the background.
She doesn't bring her friends back. That's up to you. Again, had some calls in chat for someone to bring back a Johnny.
Oh well, I'm retired, guys. I'm a game designer now.
Game designer.
Game designer, Commodore Guff. Someone put that on the wiki.
All right. Our last original new card is Jaya's Phoenix. So for 4 and a red, and you can see the extended version on the right, you get a 3/3 flying haste. It's a Phoenix, of course. Whenever Jaya's Phoenix deals combat damage to a player or planeswalker, copy the next loyalty ability you activate this turn when you activate it. You may choose new targets for the copy.
Interesting.
Whenever you cast a planeswalker spell, you may return Jaya's Phoenix from your graveyard to the battlefield, where it gets flying and haste again. Jaya's Phoenix, tell us about this.
Oh, yeah. I'm a big fan of Jaya. You know, she's not a young whippersnapper, not quite from my era, but she's another weathered planeswalker, a lot of experience under her belts. So I made a Phoenix after her image, which is great. It's her Phoenix. Let's say I got it from her or something. Words. So
Jaya's not using it anymore.
We've done a lot of Planeswalker synergy so far. We've added loyalty counters. We've let you activate abilities more often. We've gotten good Planeswalker access. We've made them into creatures. Well, here's
this one too out of one of the
decks.
Obviously,
we had to copy Planeswalker loyalty abilities.
Obviously,
it's so cool to build up your.
I got a lot of boxes
ultimate,
though.
and then bam, you're doing it twice. You know, that's awesome. So we have that for Jaya's Phoenix here. Also, it comes back when you cast a Planeswalker spell. For those who are squinting and scrutinizing the mana cost a little bit, I don't see a mana cost. I'm discarding this fellow, and I'm casting myself and bringing it back immediately. That seems obvious to me.
That's where chat jumped. Yep, Jaya, you can cast Jaya's Phoenix for 5 mana.
Oh, you can cast it.
Or Dak Faden, another rest in peace, could discard it.
Oh, yeah.
Dak Faden would be a good addition.
Dak Faden, one of my favorite discarders of all time.
Mine too. Mine too. All right. So that does it for the new preview cards. Now, we are going to talk about the full deck list as well. We're going to show off the list. We'll talk about the inclusions, some of the cool reprints, that sort of stuff. After we do that, we are going to move into the Q&A section at the bottom, as you can see. So if you have questions for Commodore Guff, feel free to put them in chat. And it helps me if you tag @Magic, just for me to pick them out.
And to be clear, I've subsumed all of Corey Bowen's power. So any questions about the Commander Masters, Commander pre-constructed decks, I can answer. Maybe.
Great.
Any questions Blake finds answerable.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get started with the full deck list before we jump into questions.
There you go.
So here is the deck list sorted by card type. Let's call out a few
filter lens.
cool things in here. There's a number of Narsets, both creature and planeswalker versions, of course. Spark Double, when you're talking about increasing loyalty numbers, there's Deep Glow Skate. Flux Channeler, we've got Thrumming Bird. When you're talking about protecting your planeswalkers, you've got Blast.
Ooh, the Chain Veil.
Promise of Loyalty, Urza's Ruinous Blast.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty saucy.
I love a Ruinous Blast for my boy Urza.
Yep, absolutely. Your boy Urza.
My boy Urza.
Oh, that's problematic. Honor Worn Shaku is a really interesting addition here. For those who aren't familiar with that card, talk a little bit about
Path and Swords is there.
If I recall correctly, this is the card that lets you tap legendary permanents for mana or to untap itself or some sort of structure like that. So Honor Worn Shaku is weirdly powerful with planeswalkers because they're legendary permanents, and they don't often need to tap for effects. So your Honor Worn Shaku taps for an additional mana for every planeswalker.
I don't see the $80
it's
there,
cool
man.
little synergy that doesn't always exist. Remember that one time?
That is so underwhelming.
I do remember that.
I had to sneak into the building and rewrite the rules.
That's tough.
Me too.
A lot of people were looking for the Chain Veil. That's in here.
Yeah, I love the Chain Veil. I mean, we can't have an
Part of Defiance was money back in the day.
The Chain Veil itself.
How about chat's pointing out Mangara? Talk about Mangara's inclusion.
So you'll notice a few defensive inclusions for a Planeswalker deck to some degree needs a little bit of pillow forting, a little bit of protection.
He did say it, pillow forting.
Among the new cards. The balance between defensive cards and cards that translates your defenses into offenses. So Mangara is kind of a political piece here that'll draw you cards or kind of coerce people not to be attacking you too much. Same with Kazul is here, Fog Bank, just a number of cards that are trying to, help protect people from bullying you on the battlefield.
Now, what about, we're seeing a lot of questions about Fog Bank, but that plays a pretty serious role in this deck, doesn't it?
Yes, Fog Blank,
blanks an attack.
Fog
attackers.
Blank blocks bleachers.
Yeah,
that's what I always say.
The Snar lands
Fog Bank
is a good
blocks
reprint.
creatures, and blocking creatures is what you want to be doing.
I see
also,
them,
Wall of Denial. I love Wall of Denial.
At least they have
that
those.
one's just funny. It's just a big old wall of the essence of no. That's cool.
All right. Now, how did you land on this particular suite of planeswalkers? There are a lot to choose from. Some of them Elspeth. There's multiple Elspeths, multiple Gideons. How did you choose which planeswalkers to put in this?
Yeah, so many of these are very catered and intentional choices. Like this Sarkhan is the one that turns things into dragons. That's really cool. I like that.
Well, I like the Chain Veil.
But a lot of these are just
the
some of
Chain
my
Veil's
favorite
good.
characters in the stories I like to read. or just planeswalkers I like to play that I think are fun. I really like Elspeth's Sun Champion. That's another powerful planeswalker with cool abilities to copy or to do over and over again. So they're kind of matched up against the different synergies within the deck. I think Mirror Mage might be the one that kicks to make another copy.
Mirror Mage, yep, kicks to make more copies of itself.
Right.
Yep,
that's great to up your number of.
I mean, they could have put
planeswalkers. A lot of these they were trying to,
whatever.
Make sure that they can defend themselves, or if they can't defend themselves, maybe act as a pseudo removal spell. I know, like
they want you to buy
Fury
those,
the
man.
Harbinger can be played in order to exile.
Right now, Chainville is like $20.
You'll have to forgive me, chat. My memory is too good. Again, I'm a retired game designer now.
Well, no, if you get it on sale.
Years in the future.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'm seeing questions about new art. There wasn't a ton in this new deck for the reprints for new art. For example, Urza's Ruinous Blast uses, this is a thing I learned this very morning. I thought Urza's Ruinous Blast was new art, but it was used in the Bro commander list. So that's that list there. Much of the art is the same.
We spent a lot of our art budget on those pesky slivers.
There were many, many new sliver pieces of art. All right, let's see. All right, we will. Is there anything else you wanted to share about this deck before we move on to the Q&A section?
I just hope you all have a lot of fun with it. I know I did. It's fun to play Planeswalkers. I want to see all those Leori brews in chat. Not just Chandra. What's a Gideon Leori brew look like? That's got to be pretty cool, probably.
Yep. Okay. Let's move on to questions. I'll deal with the first one when people are asking about price. Commodore Guff does not set the price, so he's not going to be able to speak to
even the baby Teferi.
What money
could have been in there.
Right, I know.
The 3 mana.
Next up, we have questions about when the final card image gallery is going to be shown for this set, and that will be on Friday. Let's see.
Probably.
This question's a little funny and tongue-in-cheek, but we'll ask it anyway because it's a Planeswalker deck. How many dice does this deck come with? 10? 20?
It's a bring your own dice deck. Go bring your own dice, or do what I do. Just memorize all the loyalty in your head. Be a more powerful wizard.
Yep. Is my eye okay? It will be, but no. All right. Was there a reason not to include planeswalkers like Teferi Temporal Archmage or spells to allow planeswalkers to use loyalty abilities like Instance? So Teferi Temporal Archmage allowed you to use planeswalker abilities on other turns.
They want you to buy those.
Yeah,
I guess they're asking.
They're
could
not
have
in
been
the
a
set.
of this
So
deck. Was that ever in consideration to create spells like that or anything?
The mono blue Teferi from those one commander precons long
I know all will be nothing.
For a while. It may have just been too unimpactful in the list, besides doing its ultimate or whatever.
Okay.
Or doing the instant speed stuff. We ended up not putting any of that in the deck.
To some degree, I kind of skimmed it. What swords did it have?
There's a lot of planeswalkers to choose from, and we put as many as we thought was going to be really fun and cool and dynamic in the planeswalkers deck. But it's intentional that we're trying to invoke a feeling that you can go make this your very own. Like I stole this deck from Corey Bowen and made it Commodore Guff's signature planeswalker deck.
Made it worse.
On my own time. So I did not too many instances for my own stuff. But if you love making planeswalkers
blah 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 blah,
go put that planeswalker in your deck. That's sweet.
There was a question about the art for Elspeth's Sun's Champion.
Did you use better
the original or
lip,
the dual decks art? It uses the dual decks art. I just double checked that.
He's all talking and his beard keeps dripping to where the mustache is over his mouth.
And make sure that you tag at Magic.
Oh, they got to put the OG Elspeth though.
Let's see.
That one's a strong one.
Are you coming to MagicCon Barcelona, Blake? I am not. Are you going to MagicCon Barcelona?
I am. Commodore Guff, am going to MagicCon Barcelona. But I'm going to spend a lot of my time looking at pretty buildings in Spain.
He's going, but he's not.
There are a lot of pretty buildings in Spain. Let's see. All right. Why do Guff's wizard tokens only make red mana instead of any color?
We have a lot of mana rocks to help fix your color. In some sense, adding red mana, honestly, shorter text to help fit it on the little templating.
Yep.
And I love little fireball icons. So we didn't feel it was necessary for you to fix mana. The deck was the mana rocks are doing enough.
Oh, stop it!
And I just think it's fun to have red wizards.
Most people are like, why wizards? Why wouldn't it be pumping out?
Are we
blue
likely
mana,
to see more Vronos in the future in supplemental?
It's coming
sets?
from a non-blue player.
Yeah.
Probably not,
because he's dead.
He's dead.
Yeah. That didn't stop him from making this deck.
No. Well, if I continue my stint of game design, if people really, really like Vronos, the best way to get a character back is for people to champion him.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, why not include more planeswalkers that can also be your commander?
Is anyone else feeling like they're getting pink eye from the stream?
None of them are just, you mean like new cards? So typically we want to make 2 commanders for the new cards among the decks, but we don't want to make too many cards that are hitting the same notes. So I don't want 2 planeswalkers that are both Jeskai to be your commander. As far as reprints go, like adding the Teferi or the Duretti or the Nahiri, that can be your commander. The fact that they can be your commanders in a draw, they have to really function in the deck. But again, among new cards, we're looking to make 2 commanders that can be your commander. I think the 3 planeswalkers, the monocolor planeswalkers we made that can't be your commander, there's a good question of why can't those be your commander.
I wonder if we'll be able to pull up the list after they're done yapping here.
Cards. Sorry, I'm getting into a different voice. Let me get back to my Commodore Guff. When you're designing cards to be the face of a commander, a lot more thought has to go into it, and these abilities can't be too repetitive or
my God, this guy can talk.
It becomes a lot harder. Jeez. So to some extent, we wanted to keep the Chandra, Teo, and Vronos as cards that were good in 99s across other decks, rather than burden them by being commanders or oriented towards commanders. So we kept with just Guff makes a lot of sense. Let's do a creature that supports planeswalkers as a secondary. Let's focus the rest of the cards as pieces of the 99 and try to make Guff our cool generalist planeswalker commander.
All right. This might be a question for producer Sean. We'll see if he can work some magic. What do Guff's wizard tokens look like, and Teo's wall token look like? We'll see. He'll let me know if he can pull that off.
They're pretty.
Yep. All right. Why not reprint Pramicon Sky Rampart for additional protection?
Yeah, we thought about Pramicon. Certainly, I like to do like some reprint.
Welcome, Matthew S. If you guys aren't subscribed already, go and smash that subscribe and
does a good job in
bell.
Decks. There's a
we got a monkey giveaway and a few other fun stuff coming up on the channel. It's gonna be awesome.
Or you're spending a resource to stop people from attacking, but too much Pramicon, too much of that effect wasn't satisfying. So we ended up sticking with Teo in this particular time.
Okay. What other planeswalkers were in here and didn't make the final list?
Oh,
I designed this deck like a year ago. A lot. There was a lot of planeswalkers that used to be in this deck that were removed for a myriad of reasons. Planeswalkers are very fickle creatures. Some of them just didn't want to stick around after the regime shift.
Oh, because of Corey?
Yeah.
Do you remember any one
Internal
example
politics.
of the planeswalker that got cut?
Any one example? I mean, I remember we tried Mono Blue Teferi, but I don't have any other specific examples. A lot of it was a lot of scratch work, iteration, putting stuff in, taking stuff out based off of different opinions. Kind of a storm of which planeswalkers we wanted in, what's the density of planeswalkers we wanted in. The planeswalker deck, building it is quite tough, particularly for precons, because the precons need this very specific, mild, kind of average set environment. And planeswalker decks where you have a ton of planeswalkers tend to be very hit or miss on how functional they are. We wanted to make sure the average experience was going to be functional enough to satisfy people. And we wanted, again, give enough space for people to customize into their own favorite planeswalkers.
Yeah. Buy more cards.
Read this question because it's become copy pasta, and I don't want people to feel like I'm ignoring them, but then I'll answer it. What makes this a premium deck? Well, I'll answer it with a question because it's confusing.
What makes this a premium deck?
What makes this a premium deck? Why isn't there more love for the mana bases in these precons? This isn't a question about cost. This is a question about justification of calling something premium without premium contents. Can someone
get it, bro.
Flag to me where we've called this premium? We might have. I just honestly don't know about that tag. Let's see. What happened to Guff's voice?
I forget things sometimes.
Here's a good question, though. How come you didn't include some of the other 9 Titans along with Guff?
There you go.
There you go.
It was the perfect place for more Titans. To be honest, within the building, there's a coalition of Guff supporters as well as vehement Guff deniers. I think among the 9 Titans, I obviously have the greatest reputation because of some antics I've done in the past, and some such and such there. Because of my great PR,
and Guff rewrite this
there was
deck?
really a reason to push for obviously me taking over and printing myself in this deck. It made sense. We thought the art would be good. We think the character design is good. Beau Lavar just does not hold a candle to me. Who, like, some people may have even heard of Commodore Guff, a little bit of a legend around the table talk, but not many people hear of Beau Lavar and the other weirdos. So really, we wanted to do one good, strong, nostalgic nod to myself, Commodore Guff. Obviously, I'm the coolest one. But didn't want to leave too much of that nostalgia angle and wanted to make sure we keep
singles,
fresh,
especially
while
from
having Commodore Guff be the cool, nostalgic thing. Me,
Makes
Guff,
sense.
with my falling beard. Do not worry about it.
All right. Chat has responded to my question, to their question, saying that the price is what makes it premium, except the question was, this is not a question about price. This is a question about calling it premium. So you can't say the question is not about price and then say that you're just trying to
question
sneak in
about
a question
about the question.
Again, not a bad question. Don't hate the question. Corey doesn't set the price. Neither does Commodore Guff. So we don't really have that answer for you because that's not the guest for today. Right. So I appreciate the question, but you're trying to sneak in a question that I already said we can't answer. Okay, we have the tokens. Let's show the tokens. There is the flying defending wall and the wizard token.
Oh man, I am so gonna rip this vid,
yes,
dude.
I have many wizards.
I see some memes in there.
My favorite employee, so she got depicted.
Okay, so that's one of the employees. That's kind of cool.
Let's see what other questions we can have. When will the list for Commander Masters get released? I'm not sure on that date exactly.
There's more.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Come on.
Can you get the new Commander cards in set boosters or just collectors? You can get them in set boosters, both, I believe.
Yeah,
but
be
make sure to check out Collecting Commander Masters, that article. That details where everything can be found, in what packs, in what versions, all that sort of thing. All right, question about Leori. Is Leori supposed to be Luca's bonded monster from Ikoria?
A lot of times when we're designing cards, we have an intention, and we send that off, and that goes off to creative designers. I don't know specifically whether Leori is meant or has ended up depicting Luca's specific cat dubbed Winged Cat, but certainly in early design, the playtest name was Winged Cat, which is the name I knew Luca's fallen companion as. So it is certainly a nod to Luca's fallen companion. We're looking for an interesting character that was a support for a planeswalker in a certain sense. So we thought that would be a cool angle to do so.
Okay. All right. Here is a question about the mana base that I think we can answer.
Okay.
What was the philosophy behind constructing the mana bases for the precons generally?
Yeah, we have kind of set.
Oh, we're gonna talk about that anger, bro.
Have a
this loaded question
pattern
they keep asking.
Different mana bases.
Oh yeah.
Different commander set leads, precon leads will do different mana bases. In general, we have some people who like to think about mana bases, people who don't like to think about mana bases. And a lot of my strategy is to ask someone who likes to think about mana bases what makes the most sense. And then we have more feedback from a certain from different angles and stuff. So a lot of it is making sure that it's functional. We want to make sure we're getting rid of unnecessary tap lands that aren't adding too much towards the fixing of the deck itself. And we want to make sure that when we're spreading out, the certain coolness of the cards in the decks, we're making sure that the coolest cards are not the lands particularly, but the stuff that you're casting that are in the deck itself, outside the land base. So the land base is it's more of like it's there for support, and again for precons, so much of the fun of a precon is getting one and then adding it to it yourself. And I think the mana bases have room to grow, and that's actually a good thing in a lot of ways.
All right. I've seen this question a couple times. You may or may not know the answer to this. But does Teo's card imply that Teo is still sparked after the more recent events?
That's what Kat was asking earlier.
I would not treat any card from this Commander Masters Precon set as canon.
Okay.
We saw a Dreadhorde Sliver yesterday. That is not particularly canon. I would not treat anything here as though it was
Matthew S. I was thinking the same thing.
This is all kind of what is the Goofy realm. Goof realm. That's where we're at.
Base.
Yeah.
Will we be able to get foil versions of the Planeswalkers in this deck in any other products?
Should be.
So I believe so. You get a foil version of you, and then I don't think any of the other ones come in foil, but I could be wrong about some of the new ones. Some of the new ones in the collector boosters might come in foil, but check out the collecting Commander Masters article should have that information in it, and it's gonna be more accurate than I am. Let's see. These cards are not coming to Arena.
Okay. Let's see it. Hashtag why no premium. Hashtag why no premium.
What other questions can we answer? Do you know which cards, if any, in the deck have new art? I don't want to say none of them do, but like you said, a lot of you guys have a set number of pieces of new art, and you used a lot of them in the Sliver deck, correct?
Yeah, we have a budget for new arts, and we really wanted to update
budget. They have a budget
from their
budget.
Whatever
14,
era, M14 something era, back into the classic era that we started seeing again with Modern Horizons 1. So we used a lot of our budget there, and maybe on a few other cards. So there's not a ton of hits in the Planeswalkers deck.
All right. Let's see.
Exactly. They have no budget because it all gets funneled up to Hasbro.
What card is number 36 in the main set? I don't.
Man, I can already see posts about decks
interesting
canceled.
Question. I don't know that we have an answer to this, but it's an interesting thought. I think this
I don't
deck
know.
Is dope. Is there any chance in the future
you are right, Casey and Haen.
Bundles similar to Precon? I don't know that's anything we've ever talked about, but it's an interesting idea.
We've not talked about it. Certainly, with every kind of product shape, if there's demand, we should find it.
Yep. Let's see. All right, here's a good question. What motivated these colors for Guff?
Yes. For Guff specifically, I want to make sure I get the card right. It's Wild Research is the card.
Yep.
So Commander Guff, very basically, is blue, is red. It's a powerful wizard, I think. Makes him blue. Like, by default, Commander Guff makes sense in blue. He's the keeper of a light. Sorry. Hold on. I am Commander Guff, and I remember this the whole time.
Sometimes you slip into third person because it's a better narrative voice.
Oh, yes, a better narrative. I love blue mana. I love reading. I love knowledge. And I love red mana because I love being a little chaotic guy sometimes. I love rewriting stuff. I do stuff kind of on a whim. I'm a kind of a fourth wall breaking kind of guy like that. White mana is kind of the odd duck out, but I think it fits quite well. I am doing everything for the good of the universe, after all. I did stop the Phyrexian invasion, after all. I deserve to be called a hero. I'm certainly one of them. And also, in my card, Wild Research, I'm depicted as one. I also believe, I may get this wrong, Planeswalker's Mirth. Is that another card I'm depicted on that happens to be a white enchantment?
Maybe.
Planeswalker's Mirth, I think, no, because it's Wild Research has
blah 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 blah,
and there's like in the background. And Planeswalker's Mirth, I believe, discards some card for life or something like that.
Producer Sean says yes.
Great. That's because I know my stuff, and I'm a good game designer / wizard.
All right.
But those are the main things. I think like Commodore Guff's not very green, and I'll say this mostly because he's decided to rewrite the natural order instead of accept it. And he's not very black, because what would make him black? He's not very evil. He's not very selfish, not ambitious. He's just a kooky wizard and a cool librarian, and he wants to cast spells and rewrite history to his own doing.
Oh, here's a good question. Do you think there's some little bit. I know you talked about the color pie with Guff Rewrites History earlier, but do you think there's a little bit of flavor miss that it can't affect sagas?
Can't have been Saga. Yeah, that's definitely a flavor miss. It totally should have been or Saga.
Right,
but
Johnny.
it's just too much text. If you saw that card as text already,
Yep.
we have to take compromises in certain places. But that would be really funny if it could hit Sagas. And it can't even hit Urza's Saga. What a shame.
It's a land. All right. I think we are good there. So coming up, a few things to flag. First of all, thank you, Commodore, for stepping in for Corey, who was lazy and couldn't be bothered to show up.
What a fool he is.
Yeah.
Wow.
The next week, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly, we are going to be opening product. I'm going to actually be doing it streaming from home. And we'll be opening Commander Master's product. So we'll kind of walk through the different products. You can kind of look at it before the set releases, so you can kind of figure out what works best for you. We'll talk through the different slots. We'll talk through that collecting article that I referenced. And then I want to flag that we have a bunch of stuff coming up with a ton of announcements, a ton of news. We're piling stuff into conventions over the next 3 weeks. So San Diego Comic-Con is coming up. Gavin Verhey and Mark Rosewater both have panels. Thursday is Gavin's
We're getting
panel,
there, bud.
And Saturday is Mark Rosewater's panel. And both of those are going to have news and information and surprises and possibly some preview cards or preview art or both or one or the other. The week after that, MagicCon Barcelona, of course, is going to have our preview panel. There will definitely be previews there. So Mark Rosewater and Gavin are going to be both at that as well.
Cool cats.
As well as a video Cartagena. And they will be talking about upcoming sets. They'll be revealing some art. They'll be revealing some cards, talking about all that kind of stuff. As my eye leaks over here. And then we're going to be heading from there to Gen Con, where Magic started, and it happens to fall on our actual factual 30th anniversary, which is August 6th, 5th or 6th, I think. So the panel is on that Saturday, which I believe is August 6th. It is a 30th anniversary panel. Mark Rosewater's in that one as well as Athena Froelich and Ian Adams, and they are going to, and it'll be hosted by Jesslyn Zillow. They will be talking about the future of Magic. So a lot of people ask,
it's the end
this year. When is the
yearly
announcement? Gen Con is it. So that panel is already full, but we will be releasing a video with all of that news immediately thereafter. And we are looking further into the future.
I want to address these two questions.
We go about a year ahead. We look at the next sort of year of sets.
A Sunday.
We're about 2.5 years out here. So ton of information in that Gen Con panel. So 3 weekends in a row.
Yeah, it's a Sunday.
Don't forget that besides news and information at Barcelona, Barcelona is also going to host the Pro Tour, The Lord of the Rings, which we are very excited about, as well as all the sort of cool MagicCon stuff that's happening there. There's going to be a party at MagicCon Barcelona featuring Wooden Wisdom, which has some folks you might know in it. Look them up. And so that's all the stuff that's coming up. Commander Masters, the full card image gallery is going to be out this Friday.
Okay.
And that's going to be followed the weekend after by preview events at WPN Premium stores, followed the weekend after by the full release of Commander Masters. So thank you, Commodore Guff, for tuning in. Thank you all for joining us, and we will see you next week.
Guff out.
Guff out.
Guff out. Oh, man, so much to digest. One thing I wanted to address here is Johnny's comment here. And it was something that I was thinking myself as well. So you notice that all the commander cards, right? They all don't have foils. So in the main set, or in the pre-con, it's not foil. But in the collectors, you can get an extendo of it, but it won't be foil. They've been doing that for the last few sets, so it could be baking up to what Johnny's saying is next Master Set Premium Masters on all foil Master Set with specialty alternate foils as a bonus. Yes, I can see them doing that. And they left themselves open to be able to do that. So that's a good call there, bro.
Yeah.
And let's see. Why do you think about the spoilers for the Walker's Precon? It's interesting, but they could have done so much more. And you know, a couple dollars more in the land base. I mean, come on. All right.
Yeah,
so they do have the spoilers live. What's up, Anger?
I said it's all about that mana base, though. But I think the slivers is actually much better as far as like the body of the body of cards. These ones, I don't know, man. The Planeswalkers. I'm like looking at the list, so yeah.
There's a couple cards I want to swoop in on. Don't get me wrong. I need Chandra for my Chandra deck, and that Phoenix actually isn't too bad. A little expensive, but very intriguing. The guy from the Spider-Verse, as someone said earlier, Ronos or whatever. Yeah, Ronos. Very interesting card. So those should be like the top singles, like right up top, right there. Teo's okay. Godfrey writes history. It's a very interesting.
Yeah.
The kitty cat, I do like it though. If you guys want to run it, if you're a tribal freak like me, you can go blue, red, and white elementals or kitty cats. So that's cool. The land revealed though, it is underwhelming, but what was it? Commander Legends. I
think it's the reprint. They reprinted it is like nice. It's not the weakest one, but it's also not the best one for sure.
Where was the other one? I forget. They did do the other 5 of these. I'm not remembering what set.
Battle Bond.
Battle Bond. Yeah, well, this was Battle Bond, no? Or
no, that's Commander Legends right there.
Oh yeah. Okay, so get a repeat from Commander Legends, so not the Battle Bond lands. But didn't they just have the Battle Bond lands and something?
I think Baldur's Gate, I believe. The Battle Bond lands. I think they reprinted the Boulder. I'm pretty sure it was Baldur's Gate.
Or was it Pain Lands? You might be right though.
I'm pretty sure it's the allied Battle Bond lands on Baldur's Gate. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. But these ones, I don't think they reprinted these yet. But it's still, but they're not super expensive. I think the Undergrowth is like last time I checked was like $8 or $7 or something like that. But it makes sense that they reprinted these.
Right?
Not the worst.
Kind of more Commander specific.
Yeah, Commander specific. But man, now I'm like hoping for like something like something huge, man. Like man, this could be. Woo.
That's it though with the lands, right? There's your land cycle.
Huh. But they're gonna include something like other than like a cycle, because they can't just put like these 5 rare lands as the rare lands. Could be like probably
was that
3
the last
more.
5? Like I forget. Superfast would know this, but they had like of the how many rares are left. I don't know where that information is, but it was
I'm pretty sure.
Oh, they have the deck list too. What's up?
I'm pretty sure there's probably a couple more lands. It can't be just those 5 lands and then the rest uncommons and commons. So
So to sum up, for our boy Kyle here, Kyle cards, the Phoenix is cool. The Chandra is very interesting.
Very.
I like her a lot.
One red, so it can be in any decks actually.
And this guy's actually really not bad at all. He's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm stoked about that Chandra. The Spark Shaper Visionary is just it's kind of okay, but it's it's cool. You can turn your planeswalkers into birds, and they can still do their loyalty abilities. So Teo, the Oathkeeper seems kind of expensive, but it can come in handy, I guess, if you already have the mana. Return a planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So there you go. The kitty cat's just okay. Yeah, you didn't miss much, bro. I mean, this artifact is cool for banking loyalty counters. You automatically get 1 loyalty counter from this onto any planeswalker that you cast. So it's kind of cool. Get them a nice little boost right when they come in.
Yeah, that could be a combo card, like I said a while ago. You can something, you can bounce your planeswalkers and just keep repeating it or something. I don't know, like, and then you can just like move the loyalty counters, something like that. I don't know. Could be possible.
Yeah, the sliver reveal is a little better.
Most definitely.
Yeah. Those are way more interesting. So we still have Eldrazi coming up, so that will be spoiled throughout the week. We also have
the enchantments.
Yeah. Those will be interesting to see for sure. But it was Baldur's Gate. Okay, you got confirmation. Thank you guys. So Casey saying Magura.
The Diplomat, yeah.
Oh, put this over the Sliver deck for reprints? Okay. Oh, yeah.
Put the 5 lands on the Sliver deck, right?
Yeah, right? That would have been cool. This 5 reprinted in Commander Legends, yeah. Temper your expectations for Eldrazi enchantment decks. I know, I'm a little scared. Like, hashtag why no premium.
I saw
there
a post.
There you go. Says it goes great with her Pyro Girl dice bag. I know. I'm tempted because I want to do a Chandra deck.
I saw a post a while ago on Reddit. He said, "Oh, I'm just waiting for Amazon dump on this after release." Amazon dump.
So yeah, I mean, there honestly, there's a few singles in there I wouldn't mind. So maybe hold them for me on one of your deck openings or whatever.
Yeah,
put that in my pile. I will pick them up.
I'm opening a lot of collectors, man. Just like any master sets, man.
Yeah,
it's just like a thing, every master sets. But only collector boxes, though. I don't want to spoil it how many I'm opening, but it's definitely a lot.
Yeah, I'm guessing a case or two.
More. Yeah, more, man.
Yeah, I hear you, Johto. He went with very low expectations and is still disappointed. Yeah, I hope that the enchanters is good, is decent.
So, Anger, it will be Black Friday deals. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open my boxes and I'm gonna immediately just list all of them, man. Because that's the way to go now. But I don't know. Maybe I could try something different. Maybe sell the packs cheaper. I don't know, man. Like open it
Kevin,
live.
Awesome. You got your stuff. Squirrel snacks. Love it. Squirrel sacks in the mail today. Okay. Cool. Well, I guess dark. Yeah. Yeah. So you got the squirrel sacks. Sweet. Yeah, if you guys check those out, again, Dark Raven does awesome dice. You guys are a content creator. She can work out with you some designs. And yeah, check it out. She does awesome for the community. That's right, sack them nuts. Yeah, hope you like. Hell yeah, those are dope. So I don't know, man. It is kind of underwhelming. But they, like I said, I love that Chandra, bro. And where'd it go?
It's still a decent set, man. I'm pretty sure like I said, there's gonna be a big everyone's going to be dumping a lot of these cards, and then a few will bounce back for sure. I mean, it is like Doubling Season, Crater Hoof, all these highly played cards. But I guess just buy singles, man. Like I said, I'm opening a lot of collector boxes, so yeah, shameless plug there, man. Check my singles, Anger Collections, man. TCG Player. I'm gonna be
the link in the chat, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, I got my channel over there. Check it out. I do some YouTube videos as well. No.
Yeah, no. Yeah, no, it's a very interesting set. It's just I think if they dropped it by 100 or 2, it would be like almost one of the best sets. Let's see. Sliver Deck was very disappointing. A few good cards, but they didn't even take the time including matching Sliver artwork to the lands. Terrible. Oh man. Yeah, that could have been a flavor win, even if they did those cheesy lands but did Sliver art. That would have been amazing.
Mm-hmm. But I think
and there we go for Dark Raven. Check out her website. She's got a lot of fun stuff up there, and you can definitely pick up the Squirrel Sack for sure. In 2 different sizes, even.
I think if you want to build a Sliver deck, I think you could buy the whole deck. That's a good start already. That's what I'm thinking, because it has all the important slivers on that deck. So
yeah,
it's a good start at least.
Right, but I guess the cool thing too is that if you buy a lot of the collector's boxes, you'll end up with the extendos of the newer slivers. So that's a good thing, you guys.
Yeah.
But
almost forgot about the dual lands that it has etch. First time it's etch, and then first time it has the borderless.
And also extendo art.
Yeah.
That's right. Because they had extendo art in borderless art.
Baldur's Gate. Right?
In Baldur's Gate, yes.
So there you go. That completes it.
Yeah. No. Which sliver was that?
Hive Lord.
I'm asking.
It's what's included on the Sliver deck. It's the Hive Lord, Sliver Hive Lord.
Right. Not Legion.
No Legion. No Overlord.
Right, not first sliver.
No, the first sliver. Nothing.
Yeah. I'm surprised they didn't put it in here yet.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I could pull up the Sliver deck if you guys want. I think I was already there. See if they updated the list. Yeah. There you go. That is that again. Good job. Yeah, my coffee cup is empty, so I'm like, okay. Let's try this again. So let me see if they refreshed this yet with the new list. Not yet. Okay. This is cool though. The Sliver Army token, if you guys can see that. So they incorporated that in there as well. It's interesting. So here's the list. The one that we got is the Hive Lord. So the Legion and the first sliver should see a nice, probably a small spike. I would guess, right, Anger?
Overlord too, yeah. All those, all the important sliver, I guess. Sliver Queen, maybe. Sliver Hive, though, the land.
Yeah, that's not even in here.
Yeah, there's none there.
Like, there's man.
Like, a lot of people will be buying City of Brass, Mana Confluence, all those 5 colors, Secluded Courtyard. I think it's included there, right?
Yeah, but Secluded is in here, I think.
Yeah. All the 5 color, tap lands for sure. I'm hoping Mana Confluence, man.
Yeah. Yeah, right. When do we get the Sliver stepsister? Exactly. Yeah, the 120 plus price tag on this. It's like,
No, just wait at Walmart.
The newer slivers are cool. and the face card, but I don't know, man.
Check Target.com. They might have those on sale.
Yeah.
Pre-order. Target, Walmart, or something like that.
Well, I mean, if they split up the brick proper, it's like you could see that this deck, the deck they spoiled today, and the enchantment deck's like around 60-ish, 60 to 70, whereas this deck, the slivered deck, is like $120, and Eldrazi is still like $150. It's like, okay. I
think
hashtag why no premium.
I think the way I look at this, like this 4 decks, is like instead of looking at like an individual deck, look at it as like, okay, so how much is it? Like 300 or 320 for the full set, right? So think about it like a collector box or a booster box for $300, right? And you get like 400 cards of basically all of it. You know, it's not like you're gambling for to get like different cards that you need. You have all these cards. So you bought a booster box or a set booster or a collector box, and you get all of these cards. So I would say instead of buying 1 deck or 2 decks, I'll just buy the whole set, man. Just in my opinion, you know.
Yeah, I think it's cheaper by the brick, honestly. Okay.
Buy it all.
Yeah, exactly. Buy it all. So tomorrow we should get the so what by Thursday for roundtable we should have like the both decks. Okay. Well, that'll be fun then. We can review those the last 2 decks on Thursday, and see where everyone's head at is. Where's your head at? Yeah. On this set right now is the big question. I know it tends to be a little negative lately with all the things going on, but I'm trying to go I'm right at the middle on this. You know, I'm right at the middle. There's a lot of fun cards I want to pick up though, for sure. So if you know, dependence, I don't know how much. What would you put that Chandra at?
The Chandra?
Yeah.
It's really hard, man, because a lot of commander decks in the beginning, a few singles, like in the beginning, everyone's excited, everyone's trying out this new single, and then it'll like dip. You know, it'll start like $11, $15, and it will like drop down. I remember there was like a deck in March of the Machine. There's like this white artifact or something. It started like $10, and now it's like $1 or something like that. I can't remember which one was it, but yeah, it's we don't know, man. We don't know. It's gonna be hard, but I would say like around $10 price tag probably.
Yeah, I mean the icon's on a big card. I use it a lot in some of my tribal decks, though. The banner's a cool include, and the Chainveil. Was it down here still? Oh no, this is. I'm sorry, I'm on the other one. But I mean, for this deck was the Chainveil.
Definitely, that's the highest card.
Yeah, that's the highest card, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Colorless Eldrazi deck in watching for colorless support to finally finish your Traxos deck. Nice. That would be something to look forward to for sure. Hopefully they don't disappoint. That's right. Chuck out hot singles in your local LGS.
Yeah, I'd say for this set, I was gonna make a video about it. I think for this set, it's better off really just have the other guys open it like me. Have them open the boxes and then just wait for the singles, man. I think that's the way to go nowadays. Honestly, it's really just buy what you need for your deck, or let's say you want to collect these cards. I would just like buy the singles. It's so expensive, man. And I kind of want to add, if you think there's one person commented in one of my videos, they really compare this to Double Masters 2022. Imagine if Double Masters 2022 has set boosters. They're almost like the same pricing, the collectors for Commander Masters started really low. It's like I remember Double Masters 2022 almost reached up to like 350, 400. And this is like 200, 250 at most. And then the booster box for Double Masters is like right around 300, 350. So same with this. So imagine if Double Masters 2022 has set boosters, having set list cards or something like that. So
yeah.
So it's very similar if you try to compare both. So
well, I if anyone's looking for a brick, do you think that the price is going to drop on the bricks? It's going to be a while, I think.
Yeah, it's going to be a while unless those two decks is not that great. Like, I guess the Planeswalker deck. So I can see some of the stores dropping because right now, Cool Stuff Inc. Not sponsored, but I think they're selling their brick for like $330 for the brick.
Well, I have a guy down by the river that has them going for $320.
There you go.
You would have shipping from me to you, but if you guys want a brick, let me know because $320 is not too bad, and it basically knocks down your decks to $80 each. So definitely a little cheaper than, except for these, like with the enchantment and the other one you could find a little bit cheaper online for the enchantment and this Planeswalker party. But yeah, honestly, getting a brick would probably get you there. That's probably your best bet. There's a few cards in both, like the slivers. There's only like one or two that I wanted to snag. There's a few, definitely that Chandra, bro. Oh man,
yeah,
the Chandra and the Phoenix would be cool for a deck I have in mind. Yeah,
honestly, all of them, all of the new cards, we don't know. Some might pop, man. They're like some new deck in the next set. We don't know. So it's I think your best bet is really just to buy the whole thing, and if you don't need some of the cards, just sell the rest. But I mean, for 320 for 400 cards,
Yeah.
I mean,
well, if you get 40 new cards.
Yeah, you get 40 new cards.
Right. Oh, and they have the little sample collector thingy in there too.
Oh, see, there you go.
Yeah.
I mean, would you buy a booster box or you buy a, you already know what you're going to get,
well, It seems like a lot of people were just like, I'm just going to get the Commander brick and call it a day.
Yeah.
That's probably a good idea. Just throwing it out there that I had those available. Hit me up if you guys are interested. It's pretty much when he sells out. He's holding one because Core, Prime, and myself are going in on a brick because I just want my Eldrazi deck basically, and of course, Core wants his slivers, and there was a couple there, but if you guys are interested in splitting a brick, let me know. Maybe we can work that out for you guys. I also thought it'd be kind of fun to, like, I don't know, have everyone chip in 80 and then spin the wheel, see what you get. But I don't know about that. Anyways, yeah, guys. The other thing that was kind of funny too is how people were asking, and the question actually got in there. Why is this a premium set? I found that highly interesting. It's a hashtag why no premium.
I think I can see this as more of like a Commander Legends 3, but like a little, like one step above though than like a regular Commander Legends set.
Yeah, I mean, if it's $60 a deck, it's still much, but I can see that. If it was 60 a pop, that would have been like, okay, that's your regular Commander deck. I'm not seeing like value-wise more than that, because like even on the other one, man, it was like what you kind of creeped up to the $60 mark in value, but they want 120 for it. Yeah, it's a little rough. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm not on a busy day. I hear you, bro. Well, hello, sir. Hello, super fast. Alrighty. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, please smash the subscribe, hit the bell, and of course, like the video. Much appreciated. Hit us back up in comments later. I think I did one last time, so let's go hashtag why no premium in the comments. And I'm gonna spin something silly for you guys. I still have to do something for the last one too, but we'll probably do that in a live spin out for that stuff. It's a premium set to line Wotc Hasbro of the money. Yes, yeah, they're recovering from Lord of the Rings, like selling Secret Lair with commons and uncommons at full price. Yeah, dude, that's just, yuck. I know, man. They're pushing the Secret Lair so bad that if you spent like, I don't know, was it $200 or something like that, you'll get like a collector's pack or two. It's like, okay. Yeah. Yes, sir. Well, make sure you guys pop around the channel too. I'll try to explain it in the long form video, but basically, if you guys want to get in on the monkey giveaway, we got Ravagan. I can't even say it right now. Ragavan is an active giveaway here. We're trying to get to 12 subscribers to give away the monkey. So as soon as we get there, we'll roll out for that, and that's pretty exciting. Still, I have some box battles coming up that are like pretty awesome, like all the fetch land, or excuse me, all of the shock lands. I'm gonna be typing that up soon, so I'll let you guys know. Probably, we'll definitely in Discord. So make sure you guys join the Discord. Check, because I usually brainstorm there stuff coming up on the channel. I'll go ahead and get that link for you guys. There you go. Most of you guys are already there, but go ahead and join us there. You can contact me by email as well, and of course on the Book of Faces. I think we're going to go ahead and wrap up. Thank you, Anger. If you wouldn't mind hanging out for a safety meeting real quick. Yep. Other than that, you guys are awesome. Guys, girls, or whatever you identify as, stay awesome. And we'll catch you very soon. So, like, buying stuff.